Howdy out there, YouTubers, programmers, and procrastinators. My name's Demo440 and welcome to the channel. Today I'm reacting to the newest video on YouTube from Studio 346. It's their new devlog. It's only like a 40-minute video. Seems kind of short for their content. But I have some news for you guys. It's not me that's going to be on my recording this time. I have two new people on my channel right now. I have Grumpy
Hi, how you doing?
and I have Smiley.
Hey guys.
And they're both joining me through Discord through my live stream so they can react to me on this video. And also giving me their input on their thoughts on the video. So without any ado, let's get into it.
What's up guys? This is Mark, your president of Studio 346, and today I'm not playing the game. That's right. Jake is. We've got a mini vlog for our patrons here out on Patreon for August. Thank you so much for your love and support as always. I'm going to teach Jake to run it, and we're going to learn about a couple of the little cool things going on the past month here in Century Steam. So hop in the cab, why don't you?
Yeah. You know that picture of the golden retriever that says "I have no idea what I'm doing."
You.
That's me right now.
Yeah. So Jake is not huge into actually operating steam engines from the cab, so this is going to be kind of entertaining. So why don't you hop over to the fireman's seat first? Give us a little oil.
Okay.
More than
How
that.
much is a little?
Yep. It's
At least it looks
plenty.
really detailed and
That's-
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, from their last video from where they showed off in the High Plains map, they did show off the innards of the cab and the operation.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I'd say they done it pretty well.
Yeah, you see smoke coming out of the peephole there. That's plenty. Yeah. You've got plenty coming out of the stack. That's great. Now give us a.
Okay, wait, where's
it's
the
in
peephole
the,
I'm
the
looking
door
for?
there. Yep. Mm-hmm. That guy.
This one?
It was bleeding around anyways,
Oh,
but
okay,
yeah,
I see
you
the smoke.
typically just keep that open if you want. Give us some atomizer, which is going to be on that manifold there. It'll be it'll highlight that one.
There we go.
And
How do I know when I have enough?
you look at the pressure gauge, you look at the stack and all the things, but presently,
Look out to see the smoke.
presently you don't have any dampers open. So yes, dampers next. Yep.
I have to
I'm
open
gonna
that,
open
right?
about halfway. All the way opens only when you're really gonna work super hard, which we're probably not gonna do. And yeah, well, you're still making a little smoke, but you don't have any draft. So why don't you go back over to the engineer's seat? And
Okay. And genuinely, y'all, I have no clue what I'm
take
doing.
the big
This is not being
stick and
handgunned.
push it forward. Yep. There you go. And,
I know that part.
and then you pull that.
And I
mean,
know
I
I
wouldn't
pull
go
on
wide
this
open
one.
with it, but that's fine.
You mean
Nah,
trains
it's
aren't
fine.
accordions?
It's fine.
Congrats, he just taught a newbie how to drive.
Yeah, it still really reminds me of Roads Online, though, if I'm being honest.
Well, it's actually a little bit different because in Railroads Online, we don't have oil firing.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It's just my observation, my first view observation. It kind of reminds me a lot of Railroads Online. There are some new gadgets and gadgets, though, compared to that game. And again, the graphics still look, in my opinion, a little nicer on this game than the other one.
Grumpy, your thoughts?
Just can't wait for the game to finally come out. Even though I know it's not coming out this year or next year. Just waiting for it to come out.
Yeah,
Yeah, at least a beta branch would be nice.
I know. I always ask for a demo, but no. People say, ooh, you're harping on them to release the full game. I'm not!
Not the full game, just a demo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, a demo. But no, people think, oh, you're harping on them because you're saying to release the full game. I'm not.
You can just hear how out of time your engine is.
Yeah,
you hop
basically.
In the fly cam and show the viewers the condition of your locomotive.
Yeah, she's tired.
You've got leaking injectors, leaking
Donner
valve
Joe's a little
packing,
sad.
leaking cylinder packing. Everything's leaking on the poor Downer Doe. So, but that's plenty of speed there, as you can hear. The plane just checking that curve. So.
I say that's like what, 30 miles an hour?
And you might as well hook her up too. I mean, bring the bar a little closer to center.
Yeah, probably.
Pick a notch that's somewhere in there'sville.
Yeah, isn't that actually how you drive a steam locomotive? Like, you basically whack the throttle open and you drive it with the Johnson bar?
To do, yeah.
Not really.
At tonnage. If you're less than tonnage, then, you end up modulating the throttle
but,
too.
Yeah, you hook the bar to make it
based on
easier
speed,
toward the engine there.
You've got a crossing coming up, so...
Oh. That's
Whistle.
a whistle, yeah.
Taking a little long looking at that whistle.
The thing is, he's not a railroader, and
That's a nice whistle, though.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's true. He isn't a railroader, and it is a nice whistle. But yeah.
all right, what's the gif about the whistle?
Nah, it's just his hopping on it for too long. that's all.
Well, he's coming up to a crossing, and that W sign is telling him to blow his whistle.
Oh yeah, I know that part. But I mean,
Bugger.
doesn't it?
And Jake staring at the ceiling is precisely why we ended up implementing all the keyboard controls.
What's in the
being
car?
Able to blow the whistle
You
by
see the
holding
car?
spacebar.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's an old not a Volkswagen, station wagon. There.
While you drag the mouse going in the seat. All that fun stuff. Yep.
Oh,
He finally figured out how the space button works.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
I
a
had
wee
no
bit
clue
better,
about
isn't
that.
it? Because you can actually look at where you're going rather than looking at the control, which is, it's a fun balance in train game UI mechanics. Coming up to Martis Camp here on Ponderosa, and as well, while we were thinking of whistle things, that whistle's a whistle we haven't shown, actually. It's the Canadian Pacific 4 chime.
It's from my neck of the woods.
Recently retuned, and we're quite fans of. One of the few 4 chimes out there in the wild. It's
not
got
too bad
some
of a
authority
whistle.
to it. It's like a 12-string playing a 3 chime, as Tom always likes to say. But here we are coming up to Martis Camp, and you'll get to continue your run just nice and easy. Plug it, plug it, plug it, plug it, plug it,
what?
plug it, plug it, plug it.
Uh-oh.
Yep. It's
Okay.
fine. It's fine.
We have those.
Yep, that's why we have those. Absolutely why we have those. Go ahead and lap your brakes now that you've stopped.
Now, what do you guys thought that was? The loud shotgun bang, or what I thought it was like a gunfire,
Detonators.
torpedoes, or blasting caps. Smiley?
Yeah, it could also be probably like blast caps. I doubt it's anything like train robberies. I doubt they're that advanced in the game.
Nah.
Fair enough.
I doubt that.
But to me, it sounded like shotgun or gunfire. It was like, fuck, I'm getting shot at.
So that you don't just piss off your air compressor, but you stay stopped and hop out and let's. Yeah. Oh yeah. You turn those things down.
Go ahead and
don't go all the way off with it, otherwise the fire will go out, which is fine. The fire. No, it didn't go out. Okay, good. Yeah, just keep it. Kind of happy, low teens or tens. That's fine. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, 12's fine too.
Go see what's on the railroad ahead of you. All of our patrons who have seen the previews as we've been getting ready to film have been making comments about it being a wrecked
There's
Shay.
They wrecked it.
I promise it wasn't me.
Yeah, right.
The lucky buck was not so lucky today.
I guess not. So sad day for that and everything. We're gonna have to clean that mess up. But you were warned of the Lucky Buck's demise.
I was.
Rex
There
was
was-
more
there was a loud
detailed
sound.
in this game than Railroads Online, in my
Oh
opinion.
yeah, I was about to say the cab is absolutely big.
Well,
towards
considering we only had the Shay Class A type, and that was the Shay
I
Class
mean, yeah.
C, sorry.
It actually looks like, though, with like you have a wreck in this game compared to Railroads Online, it actually looks like
An actual
there
wreck.
was an actual wreck. That's the way that, yeah.
Well, yeah, because in all road they just kind of fall. That's it. That's all they do. They just fall over.
And you just re-rail them like instantly.
Yeah.
That one looks like it'll actually take time.
Yeah. Actually, I hope they actually talk about the re-railing tool. They never really much talked about it. Heck, they hardly ever talked about the maintenance aspect of maintaining our engines, too.
Eyes.
I was.
Yeah, that's strange.
There
yeah,
was,
why don't
there
you
was
talk
a loud
about your,
sound.
your new feature?
But yeah, so y'all really loved the cute little Rico polling toasts that we made last time. We all really loved them too. This is actually something that we wanted to do for a long time. We have a
love
bunch
them
of
double
stuff
ads.
planned for this. Be on the lookout for that in the future.
Come on.
But we now have the second thing that we're using this for.
They added a new UI. I'll skip back to where they introduced it because they had the ad.
And everything. Lucky Bucks demo new feature.
But yeah, so y'all really loved the cute little Rico polling toasts that we made last time. We all really loved them too. This is actually something that we wanted to do for a long time. But we have a bunch of stuff planned for this. Be on the lookout for that in the future. But we now have the second thing that we're using this for.
There it is. It said click to place torpedo.
And that's going to be for placing torpedoes.
Oh, that's cool.
So torpedoes, those are those little, or they're these little explosive.
Small explosive charges have been used to warn railroad crews since at least the 1850s. The torpedoes used and you guys can read it if you can.
Oh wow! Thanks.
Sorry. Sorry.
Went from the front student reader to now I have to read it.
Sorry. I doubt they'd like it from me.
Ooh. Okay.
All right.
That's
Sorry.
Fair enough.
I'll do
Yeah,
it.
at least you need to
I'll
fix
do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
That's nice of them to include that, though.
Can vary from one railroad to another. On the Durango and Silverton, 2 torpedoes are placed in sequence and must be according with 2 short blasts from wheel while the engineer must run at reduced speed for 1.5 miles and be prepared to stop if no obstacles is encountered. They may return to track speed and proceed. So basically, for those who aren't known, it's basically saying that torpedoes are meant to warn you of any accidents out there on the lines. If a train derailed ahead of you, you would set torpedoes a good mile back to then warn of an accident.
So they're kind of like warning caps, like those blast cap things?
Yeah, but blasting caps are roughly the same thing as torpedoes. The train would roll over these.
Well, yeah, they're all the same thing. They're just, called something different in different places. That's all. Which is why I said detonator.
Oh.
I'm using the UK term of them.
Fair enough.
Charges that you place on the rail. When the locomotive or the car rolls over them, it makes a loud bang. Lets you know, hey, something's up. You should probably dump it. But yeah, so we just have this cute little toast. Right now you hit the M key to bring Rico up and let you place torpedoes. You can remove them. You can hit delete to recall all of them. And yeah, it's super cool, super fun. I loved kind of working on this. I had to set up like a whole little actual system to make this work correctly and be able to integrate it with the way we want to do everything in the future. That's kind of where I do most of the work. I like setting up systems that let people do stuff. It's just, I don't know, it's just fun. It's what I really enjoy. And that's also why I don't know how to run the trains, because I'm the guy who's in the back wiring stuff together rather than in the cab running the trains.
Jake knows a lot about couplers. In fact, everything about couplers and how they work. And I don't, and I pull the sticks and be funny on camera. That's how that works. So.
Yep. I mean, you also kind of did all of the air and steam sim stuff, so don't discredit yourself.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll over them.
But yeah, so the torpedoes.
From the outside.
Yeah, the torpedoes
recover your air there. I mean, you didn't
fun.
have to go to overcharge, but that's fine. That'll be fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Don't crash into the Shay, but run over those, show them off. So each one gets a little charge of gunpowder going off. You get the smoke, the whole thing, and then here in Ponderosa with the high hills as they be, you get a nice fun echo as the sound of the blast ricochets off of everything in the distance as well. So such a cool niche little important thing. It's a small thing, but a truly important thing from the history of railroads. Anytime you had something where you needed to alert a following train of any variety, particularly in non-signaled territory, of things gone wrong, you put down torpedoes. Came standard in any caboose, and brakemen would have them on them and all that. So very cool feature and very well implemented, and definitely a
Now you can shop smarter.
small thing, but a team effort nonetheless.
And it had genuine application. When we were doing a dry run test of this the other day, Jake had closed the tab and was looking on, some documentation stuff and wasn't looking where the train was going. Heard the gunshots go off and was like, oh shoot, I better dump the air. So even in a digital format, torpedoes do still have good application.
Yeah, that was a hilarious moment.
Genuinely hilarious.
Hey, it proves the concept works. If a newbie drives and is like, bang, bang, shut the brake! Oh! I mean, would you guys use torpedoes if your train crashed?
Of course.
Because they're
If we'll go,
they're loud.
if we all play, if it was somehow able to get multiplayer, and we're all playing, and we're screwing around. If we're doing a serious, hey, let's play this by the books, let's play it like it's real. Definitely, I'm using them.
Not in a Discord call,
Yeah, but if we're just having fun, no. If I crash, I'm not telling you guys. I want you not to hit me.
Well, I'd try my damnedest to stop.
I will get the best vantage point so I can watch the whole thing unfold. I would not tell you.
Jeez.
That said, that's not the only thing this month for the mini vlog. Next thing is going to be some tweaks to polling.
So one thing that everyone mentioned after our last devlog, which covered polling, was the fact that every time we spawned a push poll, it spawned in the wrong place. It would spawn here on the locomotive rather than here on the car, and the locomotive is what's doing the pushing, and it's moving up to the car, so the brakeman would have to do this weird shimmy carrying the pole as it's butting up to the car, which is, seems like all sorts of a bad idea. So we did go ahead and address that. Basically, no matter what, the pole is going to spawn attached to the first thing you click on. So you can see here, I clicked the boxcar first, and then the locomotive, and now the pole wants to spawn here, which is actually where you'd want it in real life. But what we changed was we changed the prompting on the little Rico UI to make it so that the user is encouraged to set it up properly in the first place. So I bring up the polling UI, select loco/car to be pushed. That's going to be the thing that's stationary. Select pushing loco car. We can probably work on the verbiage, but this generally communicates the intent of what we want. Boom, we click that. We get our little ghost, and boom. Now, the pole is in the right place. Our invisible brakeman can be standing here, just standing still, holding the pole while the locomotive butts up, and he doesn't have to do an extra unsafe shimmy to the side. But just like always, our little invisible brakeman. Maybe, there we go. Oh. Well, I broke the pole, but
Well, they claim that they changed up the wording and the way that this is supposed to be done, but wouldn't they have to change the programming to only have it work from the boxcar and not the locomotive itself?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, as they said, it'd be really unrealistic to pull off the locomotive. You would have to pull off from the train car, which is standing in one spot and instead of the locomotive. But well, if people want to try their own way, I guess they could.
Mm. One thing I will say is that I've never been a big fan of the, I guess, the non or the, what would you call it? The out of cab controls. And I believe that's just because I'm used to Railroad and RO. You know how it looks. You know,
You like the immersion.
So,
Basically,
yes
what
and
you're
no,
saying,
but
right?
it's just the way the UI, like down there at the bottom, it just always looks off to me.
Mhm.
oh, the bottom right one
Yeah,
where
it's
for
fair.
the
Yeah.
throttles?
I could see what you're saying.
Like I said, just every other game we play, it's always left side, and whenever you get into the engine, anyways, it's always there.
Well, when it comes
But
to
I'm glad that it's not on the screen, or you can take it off of the screen. But just looking at somebody, some of the wording and stuff like that, it throws me for a loop a little bit.
well, the thing is say if you wanted to run a specific engine across the yard, but you don't want to be in the engine, that's what the UI
Oh
is
yeah,
for. But
oh
this,
yeah, I know that part. Like I get that. It's just the way the UI looks and reads to me kind of throws me off. Like that's it.
well, the UI can be moved just
Fair
like
enough.
in RO. But
Mm.
sorry, Railroader, not RO. Oopsie.
our invisible brakeman did at least hold it for us and aimed it properly, even if I gave it a little too much juice. But yeah, we just wanted to show that we do actually read your comments, we do take them into account, and
Is this on sale? Every day.
always listening for stuff like this. So please feel free to give us any feedback you have. We're more than happy to listen to it, and if it's reasonable, we'll probably incorporate it.
Alright, that was some of the work that was done in the last month. We've also been hard at work doing another round of performance benchmarking, and especially
And here's another difference for you guys. One, we have the diesel, which is different than RO. We don't have diesels
yeah.
in Railroad
No.
Online.
No. But everybody knows running a.
I wish you could drive
running
those
and
cars,
starting a
though.
diesel
Those
is
cars,
easier than
they look-
running a steam.
Yes, but not really at the same time. They even have their own problems. I
Oh
think
yeah, of course they.
I think steam engines are more easier than diesels, in my opinion. Think of it. You have the firebox that it would be lit ideally, and then once you have pressure, just throw it in forward and reverse and pull on the throttle. It's easy as that. Diesels, you have to notch it into forward, release the brake, set the throttle into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 8. And then you have to mediate that, which is, I don't know, I think it's more complicated than it's worth.
Fair enough.
optimization passes with foliage. It's been really important to keep finding new ways to ensure the world is both beautiful and performant. The bottleneck usually isn't in geometry, but rather video memory, or VRAM for short. For this reason, we've been designing more structures, especially those in towns, to use a set of master materials and shared material instances wherever we can, so that instead of every town structure needing to be its own bespoke texture set, we can have countless different buildings all using shared roofing, siding, trim, window vignettes, and so on. We also found that another major VRAM hog was actually our dynamic text and decal system. It is very powerful, but it was also very expensive. So now after some major reworking, we've been able to shave a whopping 2 to 3 gigs off of the VRAM usage. On the asset side of things, we've still been busy not just with rolling stock, but also with more world-building assets that will really go the extra mile in selling not just a game with cool trains in it, but the full historical experience that makes you feel like you're in a real boomtown, and not just a Hollywood backlot. And lastly, before we go, a lot of people ask us about track and what track laying in Century of Steam is going to look like and what pieces will be available, and after a whole Herculean effort of planning and reference gathering and math, we're making more track pieces again. And all that careful planning and math is to eventually allow players to be able to do some really cool things with these pieces and the systems we provide. Take, for example, the Humble Diamond. Seems simple enough, right? It's just 2 tracks crossing each other at grade. See, here's one in use on the Boston Revere Beach and Lynn Railroad. We're not going to talk about that. But what if you don't want to cross at this angle? What if you need to cross at, say, this angle? Or somewhere in between? Well, Tristan and I just succeeded in a proof of concept for some new tech, and once that's been fleshed out the rest of the way, we're going to be very excited to share this in a not too distant vlog. Anyway, thank you again to all of our patrons and YouTube viewers who show interest and care about what we do. If you'd like to support our development of Century Steam, you can always do so at patreon.com/studio346, and for as little as $2 a month, you can receive these devlogs a month early before they go public to YouTube. Have a good one, and we'll see you again soon.
So,
Not bad, little devlog.
Yeah, not bad.
what are your guys' thoughts on them making a short devlog like this? I find it kind of weird from their
It's
usual.
fine.
Alright.
I don't mind.
It was fine, but again, it's not like they really should anything.
No, they just showed off new
Yeah,
gimmicks.
it's like they kind of just showed what they've been showing with like how the train moves and goes around. The only thing they really said was that end, like the track and like all that.
Yeah,
performance stuff
that was the
like-
most basic. That was the most in-depth thing we got. Oh man, you changed it so that the purling doesn't go from the engine; it starts from the car. Great. Did you really need a whole depth log for that?
Yeah. I don't want to call them out, but it just seems like they're trying to like stall.
Well, they did have a
You know,
full
like-
month, and yet they only had that to show us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
At least they're showing stuff, I guess you could argue.
Yeah, at least they are showing stuff. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
but to discuss from the
But-
last time, I talked to people on YouTube about this, but Smiley and Grumpy, you guys were talking to me about what would happen if they don't release it at 2026, you said? So go ahead and tell them what you told me.
I really don't remember. It's been a couple months.
I don't remember either.
But the gist of it, I think I was talking about was like, typically with game development, especially with smaller teams, I was told under the impression it takes on average for a project of this scale a couple years. So I could understand it taking them longer. Plus, if it's like they're not doing it as like a job and it's their own free time, it might take longer. It's nothing in comparison, but I know a bunch of indie game devs who have stressed that like, forgive me, I'm stuttering. Basically, they're just saying like it takes years for games like this to actually come out and stuff. But with these guys, it does to me at least look like they could release some kind of like
Demo?
beta or demo. But that could be gross simplification of their work. I don't want to assume that they could or not, but to me at least it looks like they could.
Yeah, but
I don't know how to say that.
overall,
I hope
it's
I'm
like what
making sense here.
Yeah, but it's like overall what me and Grumpy had a talk of about. They had a working demo when they first introduced it at the National Narrow Gauge Convention, but they, instead of releasing the demo so that way we had something to play while they were working on the full game, they just gave us videos and nothing else.
Mm-hmm. Well, only time will tell. That's the short answer I'll give. Only time will tell. I think 2026 could be a promising year for the game. It, to me at least, looks like they are nearing the end of this like roadmap thing they're talking about and stuff over the year. Their goals are getting shorter. It sounds like,
I mean, if they're still
but they're
working
also
on,
increasing because of the new track.
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, if they're still trying to worry about doing track, then I mean,
It might be a while.
yeah,
Well, they still
Yeah.
haven't gone over
That's why I
maintenance of.
said I can't say for sure if they should have a beta out by now. It's not my game. It's not my company.
oh yeah,
And
definitely.
I know what they always say. Like, and I know what they say about game development. A rush game will be a broken game. Dare we compare like Cyberpunk and all these other games
Well,
that have been choppy?
Railroads Online was like a rushed game, but it still turned out pretty good at the end until now.
Well, yeah, for a bit.
Yeah, fair.
For a bit.
But overall, I think they're doing pretty good. And I'm glad you guys joined me. And I hope you guys out there on YouTube
Yeah, no
enjoyed
problem.
watching this video too. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and click on that notification bell to be notified of any new videos. I hope to see Grumpy and Smiley joining me again on the next devlog so we can have some more fun and something to talk
Sure.
about.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Sounds like a plan.
Okie dokie. Thank you guys
Wouldn't
all for
mind.
watching. See you around next time. Adios and goodbye.